carpets.
Oh, it's cute.
So different.
But it's really dangerous.
Yeah. So that's why we need the protection. So you can make eye contact from here,
Yes.
here.
Okay, my name is Eddie Kang from Korea, and I'm a visual artist. Mostly recently having exhibitions in Tokyo, Seoul, Shanghai, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and I'm a young artist, and I do lots of, I make lots of dolls, stuffed toys, and the paintings, and kind of mixed media. I used mixed media painting, and recently I started building up FRP sculptures as well. And I intend to do more of, sculptures and, big installation in the future. The sculpture is a little bit different style of what I used to do before. It's now called, it's a sequence that I've recently started. It's part of it. It's called karma. Karma is, about, life, circle of life, and, it's like destiny, people's destiny. And I try to solve those kind of, we are kind of, our human beings are destined to live together. And sometimes sometimes we have to push others, to help. And then sometimes we have to, carry somebody else's burden because, we're living together. And then those kind of things I try to show through the sculpture. And it's kind of, the shape is, as you see in the exhibition, small heads put together as like a, tower. It's representing that, we are actually sometimes, carrying burdens of others' life and part of living together. That's why I called it karma. And the painting is called, it's also one of the sequences that I started recently. It's called Confrontation. It's some sort of, since I grew up under the, influence of my mom. My mom is a painter, and she does abstract painting, which is quite different from my style. I grew up, I grew up watching lots of, abstract painting exhibitions and, my mom's paintings, and most of my mom's friends are also painters, but they are also all, abstract painters. So I've kind of, grew up surrounded by those circumstances, atmosphere. So I've always had, this big fond of abstract, paintings and, abstract expressions. So I kind of try to mix it up together with my own style of, my painting always consists of, very small, lots of like small line drawings and paintings and dolls. I try to mix it up with, abstract kind of expression, touch, brushworks. And actually the painting is about, the memory, Usually I mostly, recently, most of my recent works are about, memories and, forgotten memories. And the reality, causes, people to forget about, like valuable things from the past. So this painting is about, myself as a grown-up facing my forgotten memories. Who doesn't want to be forgotten? So, when you see the painting in the exhibition, you'll be realizing small doll and the big, big doll, small doll and big doll painted on the, canvas, and the big doll representing all those, collective memories are actually doesn't want to be forgotten. So they're kind of exaggerating themselves and very big in big shape, and then myself and yourself could be everybody. They're all, there's also doll attached on the painting that represents our, ego. My ego, your ego, people who, look at the painting's ego. So that's why I called it Confrontation, and I'm working on other paintings under the same title as well, the series. And there's also the sequence called Tension. It's, it's not about memory, it's about society, and then how, it's about, individual and the, society, the relationship between individual and society. And sometimes, society, when you live in this, big society as a part of it, sometimes you have to push it. Sometimes you are, push it to, people push you to make decisions, and it's not your, what you want, but still you have to do it because, everybody else in the society, they do it, so yeah, sometimes, you have to follow it, like the code, but, sometimes individuals, they don't want it. They want to have their own life, and then they want to have, they want to do what they want to do instead of following the code and following the certain notions that society suggested. So there's always tension between, of course we are, sometimes, of course we're part of the society, but, as an individual, we always have this tension with the society, and then, sometimes society could be really, really forceful, like, they just, society is big and individuals so small. So sometimes, they kind of harass, society harasses, individuality with their size and their power and then, their authority and everything. So I try to, express those kind of tension, and we are in between of, we're living in between those tensions every day, I think. So I try to show it through the paintings. So there's a robots, like, scary looking robots, and, helplessly floating creatures, and, there's also our ego, which is the doll attached to the painting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I wanted to show more, but, it's a group exhibition, and I've actually enjoyed it. So thank you very much. Oh, Taiwan. I love Taiwan. My impression about Taiwan is I love coming to Taipei. I mean, it's my maybe 6th time visiting Taipei. 3 times, it's my 4th time actually regarding, fourth time because of the exhibition, but, other than those 4 occasions, I've been here before with my family. And, as an artist traveling around, different countries, I always get certain expressions from each countries. Tokyo busy, Shanghai too big, Taipei is just kind. Always people are warm, and Shanghai people, let's say about the language, when they face the foreigners. So Shanghai is such an international city, but still they just try to ignore people who uses English, and then in Japan they got people easily get scared when they facing people who uses English. But my first impression in Taiwan was that even though they don't really know the language, they are willing to try what they know, and then they are always open-minded to the foreign people. And also in cultural aspect of Taipei, I really love this atmosphere that people love art. Everybody loves art. I feel it at Art Taipei, and in my solo exhibition opening, so many people, Art Taipei, they come, collectors or not, they just, in the bottom of their heart, they just love art. So I really enjoy. It's great atmosphere. Ideal atmosphere for the artists, I think. Yeah, I love Taipei. And then weather is nice, food is good. What not to like about this Taipei? Everything's so good. Yeah.